Hi guys, welcome to this video about problems with SMB. There is SMB1, SMB2, SMB3. I mean, this is a server message broadcasting protocol or something like this. I don't have the name here. I think we get it on the Microsoft web page. But usually it's related to communication with other servers on the like if you have a network like a LAN, local area network, and especially when you have a server like an NAS, network attached storage, then they are running on a specific protocol, either SMB1, 2, or 3. And the thing is, yeah, there are two problems actually. When you get a warning like this, you have actually two problems. The first problem, it does not work anymore. That's the problem which you have to solve first. And the second thing, you might have a security problem. Okay, so the first thing, I will show you how to reconnect so that it works again. That's the most important thing. And the second thing is a little bit more difficult because yeah, if you have a newer device, you can go to the web page of the manufacturer and usually you can make a firmware upgrade and the problem is solved. And you just have to go then to the SMB2 or 3. And yeah, if you have an old device, that it is possible that you don't get any firmware updates and you're stuck on SMB1, and then you have to decide if you want to take the risk or if you just want to buy a new device. In my case, the device is now 7 years, or the NAS is 7 years old. I had already many issues with it, and I think when I get the next hardware failure, I mean next drive error, then it will be probably time to replace it with a device which is capable of SMB2 or higher, because this can be really an issue. I don't know. I've been Googling a lot about this thing, how risky it is, and a lot of people say, yeah, it's really rare when you get attacked by these things, but it could be. I mean, when it's just, it's mainly about ransomware, but if you have a direct access to your NAS, they can, and you have mapped your network attached storage, they can also delete or encrypt it. They don't need tricks with SMB, so I don't think it's a big issue. But of course, on the long term, I would definitely recommend to go on to SMB, to a device with SMB 2 or 3. So let's go back to solving actually the issue. There's a link, and for Microsoft. I'm not sure if this is the one. I think this is the one or similar or the best I have found. Yeah, about Microsoft support, and they are telling about how to detect, enable, and disable SMB version 1, 2, or 3 in Windows and Windows Server. And I can tell you, this is a huge page. You can scroll down, 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 almost endless. And I've been trying to read through the whole thing, and it looked really, really like yeah, a lot of work to do what they described. And yeah, so my first guess was what can you do the easiest way? if something doesn't work, yeah, just make some kind of like fake mutation. That helped me so many times in my life. I have about 30 years of IT experience, and in a lot of cases I just had to do fake mutation, and this is the thing which helped me also here, and this is the thing I will show you. So what can we do? We have to go, I'm showing this on the picture here, but I will show you also in live. This is about turning Windows features on and off. So you go down to the Windows, you can click the Windows, you can click on that, or you can hit the Windows key, there's no difference. So, and then you start typing features, features, yeah. Okay, and here we have the thing, then you click on that. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, especially when you invoke it the first time. I have already done this, so it's a little bit faster, and then you have to go down to the SMB part. And when you're, yeah, when you're on default, you never have done something, it should look like this. You can open this with the plus, you can see the details, but it's actually not needed. So SMB 1.0, I don't know how you get to SMB 2.0. Probably you have to go to the web page from Microsoft and do the thing which is described to get SMB 2.0. Here we have just SMB 1.0. And what can you do when it is already checked and it says that it's not working like this? Okay, so we go back to the Windows features, and everything what we do is to uncheck. We uncheck here, so we just click here and then we say OK. And then I don't do it now because I already did it, takes some time. Then Windows says, yeah, it has to install several things. It does a little bit of things, takes maybe half a minute or so, can't remember exactly, and then it asks to restart. Okay, you do the restart and you do the same thing. You go to Windows when everything is fully loaded. You still will have no access to your NAS, but go again to Windows, then go again to features, do the same thing, then you get to here, and then you will have the situation when, of course, it's unchecked. Then you have to check it again. So it's actually the same situation as we already have, but do it, yeah. Just check it and click on OK. And then it again says it has to install some things. It's copying files for another 10 seconds or so, and then it requests to restart again. Okay, then do the restart again, and then after the second restart, when you have like reinstalled SMB 1.0, it's working again. At least in my case, this was the case. After this message here, I haven't been able to access the NAS. It was offline, completely offline. So I unchecked SMB1, restarted, checked SMB1 again, restarted again, and then I had fully access to my NAS again. So yeah, I hope this will work for you too, and if you have any questions, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.